Hey everybody, you're watching Guitar Muse. I'm your humble, ravishingly studly host, The Smidgens, and past 4 weeks we've rapped about intervals in all sorts of boring ways. Well, today we're finally going to deviate from the boring old talky stuff and actually apply it in a musical sense. Sounds like fun, so let's get into it. Okay, before I get too far, I'd like to assess specifically what a scale is. Take your root note, I'm going to use a G, you have your octave, the next G. A scale is a selection of notes within the span of one octave. It can be as few as 2 different notes, or as many as 11, or all 12. They're all scales by definition the same. With scales comes a little bit of a jargon, the whole step, half step thing. A half step is from anywhere up 1 fret. From here, there, that's 1 half step. A whole step is 2 frets. These are interchangeable with the terms tone and semitone. A half step is a semitone, a whole step is a tone. They're the same thing. Just there to make it more cumbersome for anybody that doesn't know all the jargon already. To learn a scale, something I like to do is lay it out across one string. It helps to sort of see how the whole steps and half steps and whatnot lay out. In the case of a major scale, it would look like we have from G we have a whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. 2 whole steps, 1 half step, 3 whole steps, 1 half step. That is the structure of the major scale. Always. From any note, if you do 2 whole steps, 1 half step, 3 whole steps, 1 half step, you're playing a major scale. Across the fretboard, another approach is people break the fretboard into specific sections and play it across the neck. And there are a number of different ways, one of which would look something like... That's one of many different ways to play it. There's a chart below this which shows, you know, the scale across the neck broken up, so refer to that for any future assistance. Alright, another one of your best friends for memorization is meandering around on the neck. If you're just sort of playing the scale up one string, then just fidget around on that one string exclusively. You know, just find out where those notes are, then just spend a good amount of time just playing those notes, and it'll solidify itself to memory much faster than you'd think. And that also applies when you break the shapes up into boxes across the strings too. You know, just keep it simple, and instead of looking at it all as a whole right off the bat, just break it up into smaller sections, and it'll solidify to memory a lot faster than you'd think. And then on top of that, all these shapes, you know, all that, it's completely transposable to different positions. So you have your major scale here in G. If you just move up, you're playing it in B. And it works anywhere on the neck. So, in a sense, just sort of learn the shapes, and the rest will snowball from there. It gets a lot easier. Okay, now the point of this is not to necessarily worry so much about every single note I'm hitting or anything like that. the main thing that I want you to take home with this is the feeling that that produces. That is what makes the major scale separate from any other scale. The way all the whole steps and half steps are laid out, the major scale is limited to a selection of major and perfect intervals. Every interval step in the scale is a major second, major third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, major sixth, major seventh, and then an octave. It focuses exclusively on those, and those are what give it that sound. So you can at least be sure that if you're hearing something that sounds bright and uplifting, it's most definitely something major. You know, that's the general rule of thumb. Understanding that really helps in the long run. With that, that's it for the lesson, so thanks for watching.